Okay, so um, everyone, welcome to the second tutorial on Bravely Default. The reason I'm doing a second tutorial is because I actually didn't have time to finish the first one, and also because the route changed a lot, meaning that there were new bosses strategy to actually make them safer, but also some changes into the route itself. Therefore, I'm now doing a second tutorial video, and hopefully I'll do it until the end, because the first one was up until chapter 3. I didn't do chapter 4 and 5. So, I'll go completely over everything from scratch, just as I did on the first tutorial video. So the very first thing you want to do, if you want to actively run this game, is to actually have two files empty, and you'll want to actually do a new game on one of the files, skip the AR intro and the intro itself with Airy, and as soon as you reach the very first cutscene of the game with Tiz in the bed, you want to press the home button and go back to the main menu by actually exiting the game. And you'll find yourself with this file, which is intro at 0, and whenever you actually start the game from this file, you won't have to skip ARE cutscene and the AAR cutscene anymore. It will launch you directly to the Prologue screen, where you just have to press B and you'll be on the first cutscene. So what you want to do, once you have that file, is to actually press the little arrow on the bottom right corner, right here, and go on copy, and make a copy of it, so that anytime you actually reset, you're going to delete your first file, and once it's done, just copy the second one. So that will save some time between each resets. So now that I've explained this, we'll just go ahead and launch the file. I will put my notes in the description link, as always. It's also on my Twitch info. And yeah, so we'll just get started. So the very first thing, the basics, is just you skip everything. You press X, then A to confirm. That will be done a lot. So there are hidden items pretty much in every town. So this is the first one here on this little plant. There's 50 gold. Next you'll just want to exit, skip another cutscene, and you'll be in Kalisla. So the very first thing in Kalisla to do is to go to the king. There's nothing more to do, because you don't have enough money yet to buy any items. And you're actually going to get this money by going right here on the right side of this torch and grab 100 gold. Then you can skip through the guard and the torch to go speak to the king. Skip the cutscenes. And now you're ready to shop. So I'm going to do the shopping slowly, because I usually do it very fast, but it's just so you guys actually see it. So we want to go to buy. Each shop is divided by equipments, weapons, shields, gear, headgear, armor, and accessories. However, when you go to sell, the armor and the shields are all together. So this means weapon and shields are in this category, and armor plus accessories are here. So whenever in my notes I say like to sell stuff, you have to actually see if it's armor or not to know in which spot you'll find it. Then the rest is just items. So the very first thing you want to shop is 2 broadswords, and 1 Kenpogi. The reason we buy Kenpogi is because it raises your agility by 2, which allows you to actually be, well, obviously faster in battle, but also agility affects your dexterity and the number of hits you do every time you strike. So once you've done that, you go on config in the tactics menu and difficulty and raise it to minimum. The game should already be on easy since you select that when creating a new file. Then go on equip, optimum. The armor is not changing because optimal is based on the stats defense, and since the Kenpogi is lower, it won't be automatically equipped, so you'll have to go yourself and equip it, and you're done. Now you can exit town and head to your first destination, which is the ravine. Every time there's a tutorial, just press B, don't bother. If you press A, you'll go to the next page, so you really have to press B. Here is the tutorial battle, so what you want to do is to launch the battle, skip it with B, and just select all of your commands with A. So the way I do it is, if you press D, on the D-pad, it's actually the same input as A. It's to confirm. So I actually switch between A and right on the D-pad to just confirm things faster. It also works to every fight, except boss fights, have a little introduction to the enemy's sequence that is about 3 seconds long. But if you actually press any key, it's skipped. So you can actually press A and right or B to skip the sequence and actually go right away into the battle. So here's the very first chest of the game with 200 gold in it. That's obviously for purchasing purposes. And you just want to stick to the ravine. In my notes, I actually don't say the exact paths, I just say global destinations or directions, so please check the video to know exactly where you want to go, even though, except for a few dungeons, it's very straightforward. Here, the adventurer will give you the strange hourglass. Just press B twice after he gives it to you, and go and meet Agnes. You're going to skip 4 cutscenes here, and right after you're done with the 4th one, Agnes will be in your team. In order to make the future shoppings easier, the very first thing you're gonna do is to go in equipments. So how does the menu work? You can go between characters by pressing right or left, like L and R, the bumpers. And you can switch between equipment, abilities, and jobs by pressing left or right on the circle pad, like this. So I'm sometimes going to actually use this to circle faster during the menus. That's up to you to do the same, but it's just to go faster. So by default, since the cursor is in memory, since the last person we've been on was Tiz, the equip will be on Tiz. So just press right to go on Agnes, optimum, and unequip by pressing Y over the equipment. Unequip her armor, the armor she's wearing, because we're going to sell it. When that is done, start running into the next screen, and you're going to face 3 horse battles, and I'm going to show you exactly what I meant by skipping the introduction. So right here, there's going to be the introduction, and you're going to see that the screen is going to be slightly faster. There was no animation for the enemy whatsoever because of this speed. On the very first fight, you can notice on the bottom screen, on the bottom left of your screen, that there is a help button. You'll want to press that twice, just to make it pop, because this counts as a quest. And the item you get for doing that quest, you want to get. Then, this is one of the questions that is actually asked to me a lot, is why don't you keep pressing L to brave? So pressing L many times, like this, or keeping it pressed, actually keeping it pressed is somehow faster to me, but you can just press it twice. I prefer to do it with the right and A, like I said previously. It's somehow faster. The only asset of doing it with L is that you can actually brave wherever you are in the menu. Whereas my strat only works if you're above brave. So I'm used to doing like this. You can do it however you want. Anyway, for this first battle, you want to brave 4 times and attack with this. And you want to press Y. So Y is the key to trigger the auto mode. Auto mode will automatically repeat the exact same actions you did on the turn before, starting from the character you're at. So I'll go into details about this a bit later, but right now, even though I didn't select any actions to do with Agnes, the default move is to attack. Then you'll want to press right on the D-pad twice to put the fast battle on. And it's going to be on memory, so you won't have to do it again. Just keep going, skip the cutscenes, and go on through the fights. All you want to do now is to stay on default, on auto. So every time you enter a fight, just press Y. Let this do the work. If you get crits, it's good because you actually kill them with 1 attack instead of 2. So it saves a couple of seconds. And here is the last fight. So same thing, you just skip the animation of introduction and just press Y. Or you could press Y and then skip the animation, which is to your convenience. There's one cutscene after this battle. And one tutorial to skip, then change screens, another cutscene to skip. And now you can walk for a while. Another cutscene here. And there will be a final one when you reach the end of the cave. And you'll be back on the world map. There will be another tutorial right here. So just press B. Same thing here, you skip the introduction with A. And just smash A afterwards. Just skip the tutorial. Or actually go through it fast. And press B again. Here you'll want to press either right on the D-pad or on the arrow on the touchscreen to make the menu pop out, because we're going to use it in a few seconds, so it's just once again to make the menuing faster. Once you're back at Gadesla, you will want to go to the shop. You have everything unequipped that you actually need to sell, so just sell both armors, then go and buy 2 pointy hats, 1 Kenpogi, and 2 bronze bangles. Bronze bangles are the accessories that increase your HP. So just go on Agnes, Optimum, press L, Optimum again, and then go on the accessories that are never equipped by Optimum and put the bangles. Once you're done, go and see the king. After skipping the dialogue with the king, you'll be introduced to the village feature. So go ahead and skip the tutorial of the village and press the icon. Press close twice. Select the shop, item shop, confirm, and you can press B and just close it. Anytime the item shop level 1 upgrade will be complete, you'll see that the arrow regarding the menu on the bottom screen will actually flash. So actually there's a frame, not frame, but detailed time where that will occur, which is usually after beating Hankel, so I'll do that this step. For now, you'll want to go to the very first boss fight of the game. You have 2 cutscenes to skip. And you have your first asterisk bosses. So there's a monk and a white mage. Obviously the white mage is the first one you'll want to kill because she can heal. So just brave 4 times, well 3 times, and attack with all your characters, press go and just auto, because this alone is enough to end the fight. If you're lucky you can get crits, which will obviously make the fight faster. Right there, I'm also lucky that he doesn't overuse his turns over mine, so there's no time wasted. And boom, that was easy. Just get your first jobs. So that is for the first cut split. Obviously I'm not timing here because there's no point of doing it. So every time just close with B, all the stats showing thing after they showed you a job. Doesn't matter to us, we already know the game, hopefully. There's then 1 cutscene to skip and 2 tutorials to press B on. And then you can move. Very first thing you'll do is to unequip the weapons from your characters and go back to get this level. There is another tutorial since you just acquired a job that allows you to use magic, so skip it. Then go directly to the the magic shop and buy Cure. Then go back to the weapon shop and do the exact same shopping that you did previously, which is 2 pointy hats, 1 Kenpogi, and 2 bronze bangles. You have exactly the money to do so, and go see the king. Skip the cutscene. You now have to go slip to the inn. As soon as you enter, the cutscene will launch itself, so be ready to press A, as there are certain cutscenes that you can't skip right away, so you'll have to actually mash the text and then be able to skip it right here. From this point you can just skip it normally, no mashing required. So there's 4 cutscenes to skip. And right after this one, ring a bell will have joined you. So press B twice to skip the tutorial that is right after. And here comes the tricky part. So you'll want to go and ring a bell right away with the equipments. and unequip the spear and the armor. Then press right on the circle pad to go directly to the jobs and put monk. Then press B once you're on that screen to go back to the jobs. Press L and put monk on Agnes as well. Same thing for Tiz. Then you'll want to put the abilities, put white magic on everyone, and press B. You're now on Regabel. Use magic and go on all to cure everyone. And once this is done, go on equip, optimum, and equip the bangle on Regabel, and then press right to be on Tiz. The reason we go on Tiz is because we are going to get a weapon on the next dungeon, and as I previously stated, the menu is in memory, so whenever we're going to the equip, Tiz will be the first one we'll end on, so that will make the menuing faster. More tutorials to skip. And just continue to your first dungeon. All dungeons have an introduction, so just skip it. Go to the right. This is one of the 3 dungeons in the game that has switches. So you'll want to pay attention to where the switches are. Once on the first floor, the switch is to the bottom right. No items to take here, so just go straight forward to the above floor. And on this floor will be a new feature, which is hidden items within dungeons. First go in the middle here and activate the switch. And then go to the bottom right corner of this room and stick to the bottom wall. Right here you'll see that there is a hole in the wall, and then once you reach the bottom you can go left. There's a chest here. Now you'll want to go in the menu, press equip, down, optimum. The knuckles will be automatically equipped, and just press B. That's it, you're done with the equipment for now. You can just go through the door you just opened, and on the bottom left will be the second switch of the floor. That allows you to open the door and go to the bottom. On the next floor, the switch is to the bottom left, and then stick to the right. No items to pick up here once again, so just go through the door and you'll reach the boss just after those stairs. So the next boss has many behaviors. Depending on the situation, I might reset in order to show you many of his patterns, but generally he prefers to brave a lot. So for this fight, you just brave with everyone except Agnes. Agnes you only brave once, so you attack twice with her. Then Regabel attacks 4 times, and so does Vita. Here you want to pay attention to the damage. If anyone misses the 2 hits, just like Tiz did, it's really bad, and Idiot did as well. And I didn't get any critical, so that is actually a really bad fight so far. Then, I've been poisoned, which is a thing he uses to do a lot, and he did a single fire on Regabel. So with Agnes, you'll want to depending on the situation, if you had enough damage, you brave twice, so she is at -3, whereas everyone else would be at -2, meaning that once her turn is over, you can just press Y to go on auto, so you don't waste any time on menuing. But on this situation, my damage is very, very low. So I'll want her to actually contribute to the second turn of damage. So she's just going to cure Ring a Bell, which was single targeted, and then cure everyone. Right here, he decided to actually attack, which is something he does really, really rarely. So now you 4 times with his once again, because you have to reach Anya's to actually then, after selecting attacking with her 4 times, press Y, and then go on auto. He's been very kind to me because he usually braves, but he didn't brave, so he's just going to die right with the last attack. And there we go. So that was just one example, but he's one of the very, very few bosses in the run where you actually have to adapt to whatever he actually does to you. So this is the Black Mage job, the job I actually use during the whole run. Afterwards you'll have 3 cutscenes you need to skip. And once the third is done, same for Ring a Bell, just press B and go unequip on a D. You'll want to unequip the armor and the weapon she has, then go on Tiz and unequip as well as Knuckles. Then go on Job and put Tiz as a Black Mage, D as a Black Mage, Ring a Bell, oops, that's an error. Ring a Bell is a White Mage, and Anya's Black Mage. So this is the party you will have for almost 55% of the run. The reason why Ring a Bell is not a Black Mage is because White Mage at level 9 learn White Magics level 4, and within those magics is Reflect, and Reflect is going to be used to increase the DPS on the later bosses. Then what you're going to do is, since he already has White Magic equipped, you're going to put an ability on the job command, Black Magic, for Ring a Bell, and all the others actually don't change. Then you go on equip, manually put the bangle and the pointy head, and you're done. Now you just want to go back to Kadisla. Do not worry about the poison ticks if you've been poisoned during this fight, as poison cannot kill you outside of battle in this game. So simply go back to Kadisla. You'll have one last chopping to do in this chapter. Just rush straight to the weapon shops, because even though you have shopping to do, you don't have enough money to actually buy everything in one go. So first you want to go and sell everything you have as weapons, then sell the 2 armors you have, and sell 1 ether. Then go on the buy and buy 8 rods. As soon as you're done with this, go on equip, optimum 4 times, and everyone has dual rod equips. Dual rod means that you get twice the magic attack. Then go to the magic shop and buy all 3 black magics, so Thunder, Blizzard, and Fire. You're now done for your shopping for the whole first chapter, which is actually the prologue. As soon as you're done, go and see the king to have 2 cutscenes you need to skip. Now you have to move and exit the castle, and it will automatically put you through another set of cutscenes. So skip it. Skip the message telling you that Didia is the only party member you have, and go to the graveyard. Then skip 2 other cutscenes, and you will sleep automatically. So most of the time you'll be low health, And in the notes, I actually state if you have to go and heal yourself in an inn, or if I don't, it's because you'll have a cutscene where you're going to sleep on your own, and the game heals you. So you just found yourself in the inn, so go right away and exit. Oh, as you can see on the bottom left, the menu is now flashing. That means that there's an update right here in my village. I'm actually not going to check it right now because I've been taking my time talking about the tutorial, so it shouldn't be happening right now. So as you exit Kadasla, there's the final tutorial, at least one that has a mandatory fight, so just go ahead. You can press A as there is no several pages to read. This is the special moves tutorial. We, however, don't use special moves because they require the village and it takes too much time to learn. Then press B and go back to the dungeon. I'm actually going to change the split we're at. We're going to Heinkel now. Go to the door that was previously locked, and Adia will open it. And go outside. Your next destination is on the top north of the continent. Just make your way there. One thing I didn't state it is once you're inside towns or on the world map, as you can see, you have to press A to enter the fields or the screens. So actually, every time I'm just mashing A as I know that I'm reaching a change of screens or something, just to go faster. So there's two cutscenes to skip as you enter. And once you enter the actual dungeon, there's another cutscene to skip. And it will put you through a battle right away. So once in the battle, brave with everyone, select Thunder and foes, and basically just do 4 Thunders on all foes with all 4 characters. Since Ringabel has the highest agility base, highest agility in the game, and he also has a Kempo gi, he will most likely be faster, which is good, because you'll want him to be faster, the fastest actually on the boss. And just after you're done, you can press Auto. I didn't do it because I was talking, but doesn't matter. So you grab this chest right here. There's basically 1 chest per floor to get in this dungeon. Then go to the north to go to the next floor. Then go south, stick to the wall, and keep going south. Then go up and stick to the right wall, and there will be the chest you need from this floor with money inside. Then go to the top left and you'll find yourself on an outside screen. Just go right and you'll be able to re-enter the dungeon again. And just go here. Don't take the stairs just right now. There's the chest you want to grab, and then return to the stairs and take them. On the next floor there is no items to pick up. There is however the boss, so just rush straight to it. Well, it's not the boss, you actually meet the boss, but just skip the cutscenes and you'll be inside a fight. So just press Auto as I said. The thunders are already being applied as a command.
大した武勇だ。
Skip the cutscene after this fight. Exit once again on the outside screen and go to the airship. Once you're inside the airship, there will be the boss battle, and you'll have to actually press Y for auto once again after skipping those two cutscenes. And auto will just do the work for this fight. Very easy. The fact that Ringabel is fastest will make him be the lowest damage, kill the two enemies, and now the strong damage characters, like Agnes and Tiz, will actually act second, which will allow you to kill him in one turn. There you go, and he's dead. One thing I didn't mention is on this screen, whenever you have experience, just mash between right and A to go through the experience award scene faster. So another job acquired. Just skip it, don't care. And there's two cutscenes here to skip. And you're here. So now the flashing screen is where we go. So you go to updates right here and you'll get your items for whatever request you did. So in my right here for me it was to actually check up the help. So that's where is it? Here we go. View battle controls help. That rewarded me with a teleport stone. Teleport stones are items that allow you to warp to the beginning of a dungeon. And they are very useful to go faster to the entrance of dungeons when you're like at the bottom of the dungeon and you want to go back to the exit faster. Once you've done that, touch the village screen once again, and you can see that we achieved the level 1 item shop, and that actually allows us to get the possibility to buy potions and teleport stones at the adventure. However, we will only do that once. The main reason we'll also do this is because from time to time the game will actually give us free items, and we hopefully want free teleport stones. So just press close, and once you're done, just close every menu. One thing you can do as well here in anticipating the future menuings is to unequip everything on everyone except the Kenpogi on Ringabel. So here we go, everyone has an empty equipment except the Kenpogi on Ringabel. Now, you want to go back to Kadislav. Meet with the king once again. Will be a cutscene there, so just skip it. Then go back from where you came from and go back to the airship. We have nothing more to do here. We won't return until chapter 3, which is a long way from here. Well, actually chapter 2. No, wait. No, 3. Alright. So back to the airship, you will have one cutscene to skip and one tutorial to skip as well. So the airship works like any airship in any other game, except that it has the ability to land on non-deep waters. So whatever water that you see right below me right now is dark blue, you cannot land on, but this one you can. So you just want to go near the key mark and land, and that will automatically put you through the end of the prologue into chapter 1. So this is it for the prologue. You might want to practice the prologues sometimes over and over again, just to get used to the controls, see how fast you can go. I usually reach this point at 24 minutes, if you want time reference. So there's one more tutorial to skip here. I'm actually going to mark a pause for the YouTube video, cut and edit it out, and that will be it for the prologue. So just practice. The really important thing is to be fast in the menuings in this game. You will know as practice go every map and every chest location you need by heart. I myself have something like 50 runs, I think, and it really came to me really fast. So I'll just take a little quick break and I'll be right back.